Hi, I am Juliana, and she is Pisica. Hello, my friends cat lovers. We are thrilled to present you a new episode of A Cat Tale, Snowball and the Seven Strays. Once upon a time in a quiet village, there lived a beautiful white cat named Snowball. Her fur was as white as freshly fallen snow, and her emerald green eyes sparkled with kindness. Snowball lived in a grand manner with her father, a dignified tabby, and her stepmother, a sleek Siamese named Seraphina. Seraphina was beautiful but vain and cruel. She owned a magical mirror in which she often gazed, asking, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest cat of them all?" Every time the mirror replied, "You, dear Seraphina, are the fairest of them all." But one day, after Snowball had grown into a graceful young cat, the mirror had a different answer. "Seraphina, you are fair, but Snowball is the fairest of all." Furious, Seraphina's eyes flashed and her fur bristled. How could Snowball, her stepdaughter, surpass her in beauty? Overcome with jealousy, Seraphina concocted a wicked plan. She summoned a mangy alley cat to the manor. "Take Snowball deep into the forest," she hissed, "and get rid of her. She must never return." The alley cat led Snowball far away into the dense woods, but as he gazed into her innocent eyes, he found himself unable to harm her. Instead, he told her to run and never return to the manor. Snowball ran, her soft paws padding through the thick undergrowth, until she reached a tiny cottage nestled between trees. The cottage was home to 7 stray cats, each with their own quirky personality. There was Grumble, who always complained, Cheeky, who loved pranks, Snoozer, who slept all day, Wise, who offered advice no one asked for, Jumpy, who was startled by everything, Lick, who always cleaned himself, and Twitch, whose tail never stopped moving. Snowball, exhausted and frightened, begged the 7 strays for shelter. Though initially wary, they agreed to let her stay if she helped around the cottage. Snowball gladly cleaned, shared her meals, and made their small home cozy. Back at the manor, Seraphina asked the mirror once more, "Who is the fairest of them all?" The mirror, however, delivered terrible news. "Snowball still lives, in the woods with the 7 strays, and she is the fairest of them all." Seraphina's claws extended in anger. She decided to take matters into her own paws. Using her dark magic, she transformed herself into an old, ragged tabby. Creeping through the woods, she found the cottage where Snowball lived. Disguised, she knocked on the door while the strays were out scavenging. Snowball, being ever kind, let the old cat in. "What a lovely young cat you are," purred Seraphina. "I have the most beautiful, enchanted ribbon that would look perfect in your fur. Let me tie it for you." Snowball, unaware of the danger, allowed Seraphina to place the ribbon around her neck. As soon as the knot was tied, Snowball collapsed. Seraphina cackled and vanished into the woods, certain Snowball would never wake. When the strays returned, they found Snowball lifeless on the floor. Grumble complained, Cheeky played a prank by pretending to cry, and Wise gave advice on how to fix the situation. But nothing worked. Heartbroken, the strays placed Snowball in a bed of soft leaves and flowers, watching over her day and night. Her beauty remained unchanged, even as time passed. One day, a handsome grey Persian cat, the prince of a nearby kingdom, wandered into the woods. His name was Prince Smoky, and he had heard rumours of a beautiful cat deep in the forest. When he laid eyes on Snowball, he was struck by her beauty and sadness. Filled with compassion, he gently nuzzled her cheek. As he did, the ribbon around her neck loosened and fell away. Snowball blinked, waking from her enchanted sleep. The strays were overjoyed, purring and rubbing against Snowball in celebration. Prince Smoky, enchanted by Snowball's kindness and grace, asked her to return to his kingdom with him. Snowball, who had grown to love the forest and the strays, hesitated. but the strays encouraged her to follow her heart. With a fond farewell, Snowball left the cottage with Prince Smoky. They returned to his grand palace where they lived happily ever after, often visiting the 7 strays in the forest. As for Seraphina, when she found out that Snowball had survived, her anger caused her magic to backfire, and she was forever trapped in the form of an old tabby, never to be the fairest again. And so Snowball's kindness and beauty triumphed over Seraphina's cruelty, proving that even in a world of cats, a gentle heart is the most powerful magic of all.